Hey guys, it's Biggs. Welcome back. Today's another super special day, at least for me. I don't know if it is for you, but for me, I went to the mailbox today. I got another box. Another special package. This one came from really, really far away. I don't understand you guys, but I'm absolutely blown away by the love and support you guys are showing me. So what we're going to do, we're going to do another unboxing video. I'm going to call it Fan Mail number 3. No idea what this one, but this one's pretty special. I'm not saying the other two weren't special. Jessica and Sandy, those gifts were absolutely outstanding. But this one comes from a magical land. Not Oz. Maybe it's Oz, don't really know. Let's open up and see. This one comes from so far away. This one's pretty cool. We got to change it up a little bit, eh? So good day, everybody. This little package here, this little cherry fit little box comes from the land down under. Pretty excited about it. Comes from my mate Jason. Jason runs a great channel on YouTube. I'm going to put the link there. It's called Totally Tropical TV. This guy does some amazing stuff out there. If you like more of the Australian outback and the wildlife, and the rainbow fish and stuff like that, you got to follow his channel. It's absolutely top notch. Now, when you think you guys are loving this, right? Because I'm totally loving it, I'm totally digging it. I know anybody that lives down there is just rolling their eyes right now, but we're gonna have some fun with it. All right. So Australia is known for all sorts of magical things, right? Sure, the toilet water spins backwards, are different than ours, but there's actually more fascinating stuff than that. Think about the Great Barrier Reef and all those beautiful tropical fish. Wonderful, wonderful. Head out to the outback, go on a walkabout, or the didgeridoo. Ooh, play some didgeridoo music. Who doesn't want to do that? How about we toss some Neil Carradine on the barbie? No? How about wallabies and kangaroos? They're just giant rats. Don't give me something like they're some sort of special animal. They're just gigantic rats. Who teaches a rat to fight? Really? Dingoes. A dingo stole my baby. And boomerangs. Let's chuck a stick at people. And I don't know. The worst one about Australia is their food. Vegemite. Bloody awful. Adele, you know exactly my thoughts. You guys are crazy. Jill and Bruce, dear friends of mine from Bundaberg. So I even know some Australian areas. Bundaberg has delicious rum, but this Vegemite is bloody awful mud paste. And no, it doesn't taste good on toast. And I wonder he probably threw some of that in there. I'm amazed it even made through customs if it's got that mud paste in it. I don't understand certain things about Australia. What's it with beets? That's like a waste crop. That's not something people like. I like beets pickled. Okay, but on a pizza, no. On a burger, definitely no. Why do you put beets on everything, you freaking weirdos? How about Hugh Jackman, Mr. Wolverine, Mel Gibson, the Road Warrior series? That all came from Australia, from the outback. Crocodile Dundee, I'm of an age where I remember that. Crocodile Dundee, he's a great guy. Rob Breddle, who's known as the Barefoot Bushman, he's Australian. Nicole Kidman, Foster's Lager, Bundaberg Rum, got to name Bundaberg Rum, it's delicious. Arguably the large portion of the world's most deadliest animals are from the land down under. Venomous snakes, 8 out of the 10 top most dangerous snakes in the world, all from Australia, wonderful. Massive saltwater crocodiles. You're talking a crocodile, you get like 25, 30 feet. You're crazy. That's a school bus. That's not an animal. Blue ring octopus, the most deadliest octopus in the world. It only gets this big. Crazy. Funnel web spiders. What about koalas? Those sneaky little bastards always trying to lure you in with all the cute and cuddly, oh well, before they pounce. And I'll give you credit. Australia, literally, only one of the insanely cool birds, the cassowary. I'm going to put a little link up here to one of Jason's videos where I told him when he was going on a walkabout, I said go and see if you can go and pet a cassowary. And he pretty much did for me, so it's in the video. It's an absolute true dinosaur. It'll totally mess you up, give you a chance, it'll totally eviscerate you. Some of the most obscure animals. Australia's got them all. It's so insanely old, it's just crazy. Think about animals. Look up a mullet. Go look up a mullet. This is a super unique reptile. It's a lizard. It's covered with very dry, thorny skin to protect it from the extreme hot Australian outback desert environment. But what's most bizarre about the mullet is its defense mechanism. When threatened, This animal shoots blood out of its eyes. Really, it does. Why on earth would it shoot blood out of its eyes? I don't know. If I were an animal and I felt threatened, well, I am an animal, I'm a man. If I felt threatened, I think shooting blood out of my eyes would be like third or maybe fifth on my list. Don't know if it'd be first. I'll try other things first. That'd be maybe third or fourth. How about the wombat? It's got to be one of the stupidest animals. Looks like the illegitimate offspring of one of the noble Canadian beavers went down there on vacation and decided to mate with the slow girl who never got picked at the high school dance. The echidna. That's crazy. It's the dumbest looking mole pincushion, but regardless, echidna's pretty fun to say, ain't it? Echidna. Platypus. Don't really need to say too much about that. Somebody has a sense of humor. Silly, aquatic, venomous duck rat. And the one I don't understand the most, because we had one of our vendors for our company, he used to go around talking about you could throw it in your ute. What the hell's a ute? I had to ask him. It's a truck. In Canada, North America, Europe, everywhere else in the world. You notice how I switched there from my horrible try to be Australian accent to normal talk, if that's what you can call it. Ute. No. It goes right up there with Vegemite. But that's just my whole take there on Australia. Lots of good people, especially my good friends down there. Jason, thank you very much, my friend. We haven't even opened yet, so I don't even know if I should be thanking you. This guy's got the same sort of sense of humor as me. I have no idea what I'm getting myself into. The declaration was pretty funny, and I've kind of X'd out some of his details so you guys aren't badgering him with all sorts of other things. So, let's open it up, see what it is. All right, time to open it up. Biggs isn't even going to try with his Australian accent. Who knows, it's probably going to slip in and out a little bit and stuff like that. But let's open up, see what we got. That's not a knife. That's not good enough. That's not going to do it. That's much better. Got to open the packet. Much better. All right, Jason. What do we get myself into? Doesn't look like anything's gonna bite me. There's no air holes. Handwritten letter. Envelope with something heavy. It's too funny. Very, very cool. I remember seeing this book years and years ago, Pythons of Australia. Now, back when I was big into keeping reptiles and snakes and stuff, there was one snake that I always dreamed of having, and I still have never ever had it to this day, and that's the blackhead python. I've seen, I know they're in Canada now. There are some people breeding them in Canada now, but like a large one can get up to 11 feet. That's a big snake. Snake. It's not a snake, it's a snake. Very cool, Jason. Thank you so much. I've never had this book before, and I'm very, very thankful for it. None of the pages are stuck together. That's a good start. But I do know Woma pythons. There are people in Canada breeding them. And as I mentioned, Rob Brettle of the Barefoot Bushman, he has the Brittles python named after him. The scrub python, the olive python. You guys have lots of really, really cool snakes. And the pythons, for those that may not be snake people, may not know, the pythons, they are not venomous. So not only do you have all the 8 of the 10 most dangerous snakes for venom, you also got some of the big bad ones too. Way to go! Very cool. What else we got in here? He's got all sorts of stuff here. Wow! Wow! Look at that! An actual skeleton. I'm sure it's going to say in the letter what it is. Very cool. No way! That's awesome, dude. I don't know if people even come up with this stuff. He sent me a bunch of photocopies of different articles that appeared in the different publications and papers of him years when he was younger. So this is Jason here, right here, and star of the show, wildlife curator, Jason and his friends charm spectators at the Stanthorpe Show. Mr. Lowndes warned spectators not to attempt to identify snakes by the collar alone. If you're close enough to count the scales, you're really too damn close. He's had a life working with venomous snakes, and it's well documented. He's the same sort of age as me now, so these are all articles from when he was much younger. Around a snake show, Dana, I knew some of this stuff, but I definitely didn't know all this stuff, Jason. Oh, this is so cool. So this customs declaration, the tail's got one little tiny break in it, but wow. This is the skeleton of a tokay gecko. And I guess some of you guys may know that. I don't know if Jason knew that, but it's one of my favorite geckos. I actually have it tattooed on my arm. It's one of the few geckos that I did keep back in the day that I actually have bred myself. And if people that don't know about it, how they got their name, it's the actual name for tokay gecko is gecko. That's the actual scientific name. And it screams a sound called tokay, and it sounds like it's saying the word tokay, and that's how they got the name. And I remember when I was younger working at a pet store that we would set up a big pet store, and because all the boxes of fish and plants and all that stuff used to come in from warm countries like Florida or climates, they often had passengers in the cardboard and such. So we'd often release things like tokays into the store as animal control, as pest control. And I remember landing fish or reptiles back in the day at this pet store. We're talking in the mid 80s, early 90s. And you'd go pick up the stuff at the airport late at night, and then you'd bring it back, and you'd have the store completely to yourself. It'd be dark. As soon as you came into the store, you'd hear that eerie cry at night. And trust me, if you've never heard it, when you hear it when you're alone at night in a giant building, and you hear that calling out to you, it's like something out of a horror film. It's just very, very odd. I'm absolutely blown away, Jason. Like, absolutely blown away, man. That's super cool. Very, very cool. So what does it say? Good day, my brother. Hopefully this parcel finds you and the family well. Just a little token to spread some cheer. The Python book is out of print. Yeah, I knew that. It's brand new. He used to sell them, and he had one copy left. Really, really cool. The road sign, I thought you'd get a laugh out of it. I sure did. There was going to be a magnet as well, but they were out of stock. This is what delayed the package so long. My Cassowary crossing sign. Tokay gecko is a spare from our natural history collection. So he's basically sending me something that's like a museum specimen. Wow. He was going to frame it, but he thought it would never make the journey, and that's true. And that little tiny tail section from, like, everybody's seen me in my nerd Star Wars room, I can fix that little that little tail section, no problem. But it's going to need a shadow box. It's going to need to be mounted really, really cool, and get a nice prominent place in here somewhere. A little slice of my zoo's history. Couldn't think of a nicer person to have it. From my heart, man. Absolutely love you, brother. Old souvenir. What else we got? There's other things here. Oh, an old souvenir. His business card, his mobile number, still current. The rest is invalid, so I'm not going to show it all up. But it's his elapid education. Elapids are your cobras, your mambids, all your really, really dangerous snakes. Elapid education and awareness group, conservation through education. Wow, and he was the wildlife curator, professional herpetologist, zookeeper. That's absolutely super cool. And some actual badges. These are the actual crests that his organizer would have for the Elapid Education and Awareness Group. And that's got some sort of definitely Australian, one of those dangerous snakes they've got there. Uniform patches, 2 for the sleeves and 1 for the breast pocket. Get yourself a khaki color shirt and play zookeeper. we're gonna do that. And old newspaper articles, which I just showed you guys already, but I'm gonna read them on my own. So, wow, dude, wow. Now, I don't expect you guys, I'm not expecting gifts, I'm not expecting packages, I'm not expecting fan mail. It's just out of the blue, I got the first one, and it kind of snowballed this past few times. So even if you guys start sending me random stuff, I absolutely love it. I think it's great. You guys see how much I love the trinkets and random stuff. And if it's something that tells a story, even better. That's even more near and dear to my heart. It has nothing to do with dollar values or anything. Most of my trinkets are random little treasures that I've picked up when I've traveled and stuff. But over the top, absolutely over the top, Jason. My dear friend from down under in Australia, from Queensland. And make sure you guys go and see his channel. We're going to put the link. I'm going to actually show you some of the pages. His videos are crazy over the top, and he needs a boost. So please, my friends, check out Totally Tropicals TV. Give him a like. Tell him Biggs, the Mad Aquarius, sent you. Thanks, Jason. Take care.